Today on Locked On Red Wings, Lyon gets the shutout over the Philadelphia Flyers, and Detroit is 8-2-1 in the month of January.
You're Locked On Red Wings, your daily podcast on the Detroit Red Wings, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Welcome back to the Locked On Red Wings podcast. We are your hosts, Brian Fisher and Scotty Bentley. I'm a podcast producer for the Daily J, a WWJ news radio podcast. Well, Scotty's us over at Locked On Tigers, as well as a freelance journalist for the Detroit News, almost at the Daily J again. That's what happens when I start
That'd be you.
That'd be me. My brain was already moving on to the next thing, which of course is that today's episode is brought to you by FanDuel. Make every moment more. Right now, new customers get $150 in bonus bets guaranteed when you place a $5 bet. Visit FanDuel.com/lockedon to get started. Scotty, happy Friday, man.
Happy Friday, brother.
Happy Friday. What a way to end the week with a shutout over the Philadelphia Flyers. You win the season series over them. And what would be if you looked just at the box score and the advanced analytics, you'd say, wow, the Red Wings did not deserve to win this hockey game. But it was a really good game with a lot of really fun moments sprinkled within it. And we're going to try our best to get to all of those little moments, as well as preview the game against the Vegas Golden Knights. But before we can get to that, Scotty, we got to plug our sweepstakes. Is it sweepstake if it's one item you're giving away, or is it still sweepstakes?
No, it's the sweepstakes.
The sweepstakes. Okay, we're giving away.
Yeah,
he's a writer. I trust him. We're giving away a game used. I've got to be careful here. A game used Michael Rasmussen stick.
Winner, dude.
And you got to be careful when you handle this. Whomever our lucky winner is, because of the fact that the back of the blade is broken. So purely a collector's item, still in one piece, but there's a pretty gnarly crack. It's hard to tell on the camera. I don't know if that gives you a better angle of what it looks like, but if you want to win a game-used Michael Rasmussen stick, as he earned an apple, a well-earned apple in this game as well, just go to our YouTube page, click on the community tab, and it's going to be the most recent community post we made. All you got to do is subscribe, say you subscribed on that community post, and fill out the Google form that is linked to enter. Of course, only U.S. residents are eligible, and you have to be 18 years or older. And of course, props to Matt, the authentic supervisor at Little Caesars Arena, for hooking us up with that hockey stick. Appreciate you mightily for helping us out to do this for the people. But Scotty,
Brian,
let's get into the game, man. Where do you want to begin? I mean,
I don't really know where to begin. Lyon.
I think that's the right place to begin, because it's with all the little things that happen in this game that are great, and we're going to talk about. Obviously, Larkin, Copp, Seider had a hell of a game. The Clim Kostin fight, Lyon earning the shutout on 30 saves. Like, this game, with how poorly or how badly the Red Wings are outshot in this game, this isn't a feel-good win without him.
100%. And I mean, obviously, there's the little bit of revenge game kind of sprinkled in there, which is always fun. And it's the first time a Red Wing has shut out the Flyers since 2016, which is an absolutely bonkers stat that they played after the game. Shout out Jimmy Howard. But yeah, man, this was another fantastic performance by him. And we talked about it, just the success that the Wings have had over the streak, and what has been some of the causes of it, and why they've been playing so well. And we've seen, in the couple of losses that they've had, the effect that Lyon having a poor game has on the entire team. And that's very easy to say, obviously. If your goalie's struggling, then you let up a lot of goals. It's hard to win games. But he is such a factor in every single one of these games, and this game clearly is no different. But he was still that one save he had at the end, the redirect right into his glove. I don't even know if he knew he saved it. That's how hot he was. He was saving stuff on accident at one point. But yeah, man, for a game, anytime your opponent has almost double the amount of shots that you have, and yet you are winning 3-0, you're going to give some stick taps to the goalie for sure.
Yes, absolutely. He was lights out tonight. And you mentioned it, right? The game against Dallas. I mean, we thought, I can't remember if I was talking to you or if I was talking to Kenny over at the ticket about this, because you guys are like, you two are my go-to hockey people when it comes to talking Red Wings. And when it comes to Alex Lyon, like, we were convinced that after the game against Dallas, where he allowed 5 goals, they'd go to Reimer, because they've been riding Alex Lyon hard. And at some point, he was going to have a game like he did against Dallas. We're like, give him a game to rest, get his head right, get him back out there. No, Derek Lalonde went right back to Alex Lyon, which, one, to me, proves how much faith that this coaching staff has in Alex Lyon, that after a game that he had, and again, not that entire game wasn't on him. That second period the Red Wings had where they allowed 5 goals was, or 4 goals in the second, was an utter collapse by the entire team. But he was part of that collapse, right? We talked about his rebound control. We talked about his reaction time. He didn't have a good game. And so I thought he was going to get a rest. He did not. Derek Lalonde went right back to him. It proved the faith and the confidence this team has in him as the team starter right now. And he went out against the Flyers, the team that originally signed his contract all those years ago, and shut them out. No goals on 30 shots and over a 3.0 goals saved above expected.
That's
the
absurd.
Flyers, based on their opportunities, should have had over 3 goals in this game, at least 3 goals in this game, I will say. And Alex Lyon stopped them all. He was lights out, and he was reason number 1, and it has been reason number 1 in this entire hot streak, as why the Red Wings are 8-2-1 in January, and in that wild card race, not in the wild card. Like, when we said in the wild card race in years past, Scotty, we meant it as they're within striking distance. Right now, they are holding a wild card spot. And because of losses to the Islanders and the Devils, they have gotten 2 more points distance between those teams. Lightning won, but you kept pace with them for the first wild card spot. Alex Lyon, it's not possible without him. It's not possible without him. He's been great.
Absolutely. Yeah, like I said, he's been one of the biggest reasons as to why the Wings are able to play the style that they play and have kept not only their head above water, but been on obviously a huge heater since the new year.
Yeah, without a doubt, man. Without a doubt. I could go on and on about Alex Lyon, but we have a lot to get to, and with the game preview, we should probably move on. Next kudos goes, I think I'd love to go, before we get to the individual players, overall, the defense. Again, this is one of those games you look at the advanced analytics, and they don't tell the full story. I thought the defense, sans Shane Gostisbehere, we can talk about that. He's been rough lately. I feel like I've seen a lot of giveaways from him. The defense, led by Moritz Seider, was phenomenal in this game. I mean, this might have been Justin Holl's best game as a Detroit Red Wing. I mean, he was out there bullying guys.
His presence felt a little bit, yeah.
Just overall, a phenomenal performance. And again, we should probably focus on Moritz Seider in this game, especially with the discourse going on online. But the core as a whole, I thought, played great.
You didn't think he looked like he regressed tonight?
I think that he played so well because he's regressed so hard.
Oh, okay.
Clearly. Yeah.
No, fair enough, man. Fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, so obviously he had the goal, and that was off a very nice deflection. But there were times he got that penalty, right? And it was a penalty. It was a, what do they call it? A hit from behind. He turned into it, but they're going to call that 10 out of 10 times because they're trying to protect the player, and I have no qualms with that. But that didn't change the way he was playing. He went back out there and he immediately started hitting bodies again. He played a really physical brand of hockey. And actually, the entire team played a pretty physical brand of hockey. They didn't have a ton of hits on the night, but the hits that they had were notable. Even Oli Mata lit somebody up in this game. And then obviously all the play breakups that Moritz Seider had as well, including in the third period, where they were coming down shorthanded and he dove the poke check the puck off. Like, you could go down the list of different things that Moritz Seider did right in this game. But he was phenomenal, all while playing the bulk majority of his minutes against Travis Konechny, because he continues to be utilized against the best the other team has to offer, as, let's be honest, he should. I would just like the ratio to be a little different, but that's a different thing.
Sure. I mean, I agree with everything you said. And I think just from a team perspective, it's nice to see them get wins against teams that play a different brands of hockey, right? Like, that's something that at times, I mean, obviously there was the Carolina game, right, recently that kind of jumps out at you, but there's a lot of, obviously there's just a lot of unique styles, and obviously Philly with the, Tortorella bump and whatnot, and just the very physical, yes, but just defensive style, put your body on the line brand of hockey that Philly plays. It's nice to see them get, a comfortable win against a team that not only it plays a different style than the Wings do, but like Philly executed their game plan, right? Like they got 30 shots, they held the Wings to 17, they got in front of the puck a lot, right? Like Philly's a very Tortorella teams, I guess I should say, are a very shot blocking is very much at the forefront, and they executed their game plan like really well, and the Wings still comfortably won. I think that's a really cool and reassuring thing to see.
Yeah, absolutely. We got to head to a quick break. When we return, we're going to continue the conversation. Any final thoughts we have on the team as a whole? And then obviously Dylan Larkin, Andrew Copp, Michael Rasmussen, Lucas. I mean, there's so many individual.
Best interview of the year, Andrew
Oh,
Copp.
that was great. We can't repeat it on the air, but we can tell you where to find it.
A lot of it.
There's one word we can't repeat.
Yeah.
So anyway, stay tuned to segment 2 of Locked On Red Wings. We're driven by the search for better, but when it comes to hiring, the best way to search for a candidate isn't to search at all. Don't search, match with Indeed. If you need to hire, you need Indeed. Indeed is your matching and hiring platform with over 350 million global monthly visitors, according to Indeed data, and a matching engine that helps you find quality candidates fast. Ditch the busy work. Use Indeed for scheduling, screening, and messaging so you can connect with candidates faster. And Indeed doesn't just help you hire faster. 93% of employers agree Indeed delivers the highest quality matches compared to other job sites, according to a recent Indeed survey. And if they had surveyed me, I'd have been one of those people who agreed because I utilized it a lot. It was super helpful to filling out the, I guess the roster, you could say, at the team store for come the regular season for both the Pistons and the Red Wings. So listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/lockedon. Just go to Indeed.com/lockedon right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Sorry, getting ahead of myself. Indeed.com/lockedon. Terms and conditions apply. Need to hire? You need Indeed. Also got to talk to you guys. You done?
You gonna let me say it?
I'm trying to rush past you. I don't want you to say it. No, I love it when you say it. I'm just giving you crap. Also got to talk to you guys today about FanDuel. The NFL season is wrapping up, and the Lions are headed to the NFC title game. That's just in 2 days by the time you're listening to this. Are you guys feeling nervous, or you're just happy that they're there? Right now, new customers get 150 in bonus bets guaranteed when you place a $5 bet with FanDuel. That's $150 in bonus bets, win or lose. The app is so easy to use, and there's so many different ways to bet, like with same-game parlays. Find bets in the new Explore tab, make a parlay in the Parlay Hub, the best way to find popular parlays, and so much more. So visit FanDuel.com/lockedon and make your first bet a layup. FanDuel, official partner of the NFL. Segment 2, Locked On Red Wings podcast. Scotty, where do you want to go next? I mean, there's so much, and obviously, if you have more to say about the defense, go for that. But there's so many individual performances in this game where the Red Wings only generated 17 shots that we could go to.
Yeah, I mean, I think there are a lot of. I do want to talk about Andrew Copp and just. Not only, obviously, this game he gets another goal, but he's been like really good. And I know the timing is odd because he started playing really well right after our episode, obviously, where we were talking about how he had been struggling. But over the last couple of weeks, he's been really consistently good. And I think that a lot of it has to do with that line, man. Like, I know that we've talked about it a lot, and we've been not only talking about his improvement, but that whole line's improvement, but that just firing on all cylinders, right? I mean, him with Fisher and Rasmussen has just been lightning in a bottle, and all of them have been playing really well. And I think that Copp, clearly his production is skyrocketing over the last couple of weeks, but really just all around. It's not only just the goal scoring. I feel like all around we're just starting to see more of what we thought we were going to see when he put pen to paper a couple summers ago.
Yeah, and I mean,
small sample size, not trying to,
no,
all is, the ship is permanently righted or anything, but he's been really good the last couple of weeks.
It's a really strong sign. And we can say that. It is a really strong sign. It feels like Derek Lalonde maybe figured out the right combination of line mates and usage for them. Third line means you have that's a really talented third line with, full credit to Christian Fischer too, because coming into the season, I had no idea who this guy was. And I thought he was going to be, a healthy scratch every night. And he's turned into a staple in that third line. He, Michael Rasmussen, and Andrew Copp. And I understand it was a shorthanded goal, right? So it was just Rasmussen and Copp out there. Christian Fischer wasn't involved. But as a whole, that line has been very effective. And we've talked about it pretty much every game during this hot stretch, that even in the games they lose, they're the line out there that's generating the most offense because of the fact that they're getting matched up, I feel, with opponents that they do very well against. And they're being used also like a shutdown line, which is really smart because Copp is really strong defensively. Christian Fischer is really strong defensively. And Michael Rasmussen finally remembered to use his size, and he has been really good defensively. Like, it feels like not only are you getting an insane amount of depth scoring from this line, but they are your bona fide shutdown line. It took us a year and a half to find one.
Was it Prashanth that tweeted out the...
Yes, it was.
Yeah. Some stats that back that up, that, that line that they were looking for early in the year, like Copp is going to play on this shutdown line, and they kept putting him with Comfer and it didn't really work. And they kind of, were mixing and matching a lot. It looks like they kind of finally found that in the form of this line.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, Michael Rasmussen, obviously Copp got the goal. He got his 100th career goal as well.
Doesn't mean it, but we hope that the next 100 comes a little faster.
That was just a banger of a quote. Absolute banger of a quote.
What a gladiator, man.
Absolutely.
What a dog.
I love it so much. And then, credit to Michael Rasmussen. Obviously, beautiful one-timer from Andrew Copp. But that goal doesn't happen without the work Michael Rasmussen did.
Yeah.
He gloves it out of the air in the defensive zone off a deflection from Jeff Petrie. Jeff Petrie earned the secondary assist because of that. Gloves it out of the zone, goes down the ice, chips it in, chases it, wins the puck battle against two Flyers defenders, reverses it back the other way, finds Copp breaking in off the bench, scores. Like, just Michael Rasmussen has been so freaking good the last couple of weeks. It's like, again, he's reverted back to how good he was last year. Like, the first half of this year was the Michael Rasmussen we knew before last year. And now, since then, it was the Michael Rasmussen last year that everybody on the team was mentioned to have said that they wanted to play with him.
Yeah.
He's that entire line. Again, we're taking too much time on Copp and Rasmussen, but mad props to them.
They've been great.
Lucas Raymond also had 2 assists as well. So want to give him a shout out.
Dylan Larkin, another goal.
Dylan Larkin, the first assist obviously came on Dylan Larkin's goal. He shot the puck, got a rebound. Lucas, shoot! Worked out. Dylan Larkin found it on a short hop, buried it top cheddar. I don't know how he got that elevated so fast from in tight on a hop, but he did. Dylan Larkin's 20th goal of the season. And he's just, and Lucas Raymond's coming into his own too. Like, he's been playing with like this swagger lately. Obviously, it's not converting 100% to goals, but it's converting to points. He's helping out. He's getting assists. He did have that goal a couple nights ago as well. I think that was against Dallas, in fact. Yeah. And, he's driving to the net. He's taking shots. His passing looks better. His puck protection looks better. And it's just one of those nights where, like, even though metrically they got outplayed, you saw all these little individual performances that make you go, like, this team, there's something here.
Yeah. Oh yeah. 100%, man. And, again, like, even if it wasn't a high number of shots in terms of like quantity, there were still a lot of good looks and good opportunities, and, some aggressive play. I guess I didn't really talk about it earlier, but the team defense, I thought the back check specifically was fantastic. Like, I don't know where that's been all year, but I would like to see more of it. They were Very, very aggressive on the back check, and it worked like a charm consistently throughout the game. Yeah, like forwards, everybody. So that was nice. And then obviously Seider gets rewarded with a goal, a crazy off the inside of the blade, and then pops over the shoulder goal, but we'll take it no less.
Yeah, I mean, even Mickey Redmond made a point to mention it that this was really good team defense tonight, not just from the defense, but from the forwards as well. Very good covering, very good at back checking. Just everything was going right well, and it's crazy to say that considering that they were held to 17 shots and gave up 30. You look at the heat map here, and I'll wrap this up quick for you guys because I know we got to get to another break, and then we'll talk about the Kostin fight and move on. But you look at this heat map and you go, man, the Red Wings suck today. And yeah, they didn't generate a lot of offense. This is a Philadelphia Flyers team that forechecks really hard. They win their games on like heart and hustle. That's the John Tortorella way. That is how they win hockey games. It was a heart and hustle night for the Flyers. The Red Wings already don't possess the puck a ton, and it got exacerbated in a game like this. And yet they took advantage of the Philadelphia Flyers' mistakes. And that is how, combined with good goaltending, they have won games all year long. Because goal number one, right, Scotty? That was Dylan Larkin's goal. That was a beautiful shot by Lucas Raymond that came out for a rebound. Dylan Larkin short hop. There was no chance that Urson had. It was a blown defensive coverage. Nobody covering Larkin on the rebound on the back door. That's not Urson's fault. Second goal, right? Moritz Seider deflection. No shot on that. Third goal, that was Andrew Copp shorthanded. Again, Urson's defense let him down. The Red Wings win games off the rush, special teams, and saved by goaltending. It's not a formula for long-term success, if I'm being honest. Like, eventually I want to see the 5-on-5 improve. But right now, when you play hot, all those things are going to continue to go right. And they are.
Trade deadline looming, baby.
Trade deadline is getting closer. Refer you guys back to Thursday's episode of Locked On Red Wings to have our thoughts on that. So we'll go to a quick break, and when we return, we'll want to talk about the Clim Kostin fight because that's Scotty's dog, and then preview the Golden Knights. So stay tuned. Almost at the same time, same place.
Wow, that's crazy. Wrapping up the show.
Wrapping up this segment. Passion, drive, and patience. What brings home the winning trophy is also what keeps your ride or die alive. eBay Motors has everything you need to maintain your vehicle and level it up to peak performance. From superchargers, roof racks, exhaust kits, LED headlights, and more. Whether you're into speed, power, or style, eBay Motors has you covered. With over 122 million parts for your number one ride or die, you'll always find exactly what you're looking for. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, your part is guaranteed to fit your ride every time or your money back. Because with eBay Motors, you're burning rubber, not cash. With all the parts you need at the prices you want, it's easy to turn your car into the MVP and bring home that win. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply. eBay Guaranteed Fit only available to U.S. customers.
Burn rubber, not cash.
There you go, buddy.
It's a bar.
Segment 3, Locked On Red Wings podcast. Clim Kostin got into a fight, answering the bell. I mean, just love to see it.
How do you feel about the helmet penalty?
That's dumb. I get it. I understand it because the reason they're penalizing people for taking their helmets off is because during a fight, if you fall backwards and slip and fall because you're wearing little thin blades on ice and you hit your head, that could be a serious brain injury, depending on how hard you hit it. So they want you to not take your helmet off. But at the same time, okay, protecting the head greater than protecting the hand, but it's like, okay, you just want people to slam their fists on people's helmets now? And I guess
also they pop off. Like, yeah, I don't know if you've seen a hockey fight before, but they I guess not all the time, certainly, but
I understand it. Doesn't mean I necessarily agree with it.
Yeah. But it was old school, baby. You gotta love it. Yeah, Kostin is the best.
And he against Dallas, he had a really good game where he just couldn't score. Yeah. Like he got denied or missed the net on 2 or 3 opportunities. He was frustrated. But I give props to Lalonde in that situation too, because Delorier, he was looking for somebody to fight. Nobody would answer the bell a shift before
Yeah,
Delorier
for
was
like
out
a
there.
while. Yeah.
And so Derek Lalonde saw that, I'm sure, and intentionally, because remember, home team gets last change.
Yeah.
I'm confident they saw Delorier's line going out there, and Lalonde said, and this is me speculating, but I would not be surprised if Lalonde said, Kostin, go out there. If Delorier starts causing trouble, answer the bell. Because that is what, and what's so nice about Kostin is that's what you brought him to be, is like your muscle, but he's muscle that also is good at hockey too.
Yeah.
Like he's a fourth liner, yes, but he's a good fourth liner. So it's a nice combination to have.
He's a dog.
Yeah. And obviously, we could get into who won the fight. I don't think
he got popped.
He got popped.
For sure.
Yeah.
Hey man, he got right back up. Pogo stick got right back up and threw a haymaker back himself. So
yeah. But like that's not the important part. The important part is having somebody like him on the team who can do that and stand up for his teammates. And he's that guy.
Yeah, we missed that when Kostin was out. There's a couple of games where you really would have liked Kostin to be on the ice. So yeah.
As far as this game goes, I'm sorry if we're missing anything. PK 3 for 3. That's great. PK was phenomenal. Power play, not so much. Hit the crossbar in the first on a power play. After that, not much going for them. Penalty kill was just fantastic, and that just adds on to what we were talking about, where defensively this team was really good, despite what the analytics say. One of those just weird games where you watch a hockey game and they got outshot, but you feel confident with the way they played.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sometimes it'd be like that. Jake Wallman, by the way, made a fantastic play in the second period. I'm just looking at my notes now, seeing if I missed anything. In the second period, right after the Red Wings went up 3-0, because we're a season of comebacks, not just the Red Wings, but the league as a whole. Going up 3-0 does not guarantee anything. And the Flyers had an opportunity with Lyon caught on the other side of the net to get one back shortly after the Red Wings went up by another goal. And Wallman shut it down, put his body on the line and just blocked it and then knocked the puck away. So I wanted to give a shout out to Wallman as well, because we talk a lot about Seider, but we often overlook Wallman's what's the word I'm looking for? Impact. That is exactly the word I'm looking for. Wallman's impact on that pair as well.
For sure. Yeah, no, and I mean that's something. I mean, we talked about it a lot while Wallman wasn't playing. So yeah, I guess maybe we haven't talked about it as much now that he's back, just because it's business as usual. But it's a noticeable difference for sure.
Absolutely. You got anything else on this game before we move on?
I don't think so, man.
All right, let's get into the Vegas Golden Knights game. Red Wings play the Vegas Golden Knights on Saturday at LCA at 7:00. The fourth game of their 5-game homestand. And the Golden Knights were sliding recently, but they've kind of gotten it back together. I think you said before we started recording,
6-3-1 in their last 10.
Yeah, 6-3-1 in their last 10. They're second in the Pacific Division, 28-14-6. They're led by Mark Stone, 49 points in 48 games. Jack Eichel, 44 and 42. Jonathan Marchessault, 37 and 48. I mean, this is a team, we talked about it multiple times. They won the Cup, so we talk about them a lot. But this is a team that is not just 4 lines deep, but the talent on those lines as well is just crazy. In net, you got Logan Thompson, who's played 30 games at a .907 save percentage, and then Aiden Hill in 16 games, .935 save percentage. .935 this season is crazy. Alex Lyons isn't even that good, and he's playing as the backup. Crazy. Anyway, Scotty, what's your take on the whole thing?
Yeah, man. I mean, they're obviously a fantastic hockey team. This is I'm really, really glad they beat Philly, because this is, again, I've said it like 87 times, but the continuation of this difficult stretch, and because you've won a lot of these games, you have given yourself not a cushion necessarily. I'd love for them to go out and win, but you've given them at least some sort of, okay, well, if you lose to the, reigning Stanley Cup champs on Saturday, and then you bounce back in the next game, it's not going to be as much of a detriment. So yeah, this is obviously a really good team. They just do everything well. We talk about it all the time, how deep they are. They're not like top of the NHL and really like anything, but they're in the top like 12 to 10 in just about everything. They're, again, and they have their, star power, as you said, obviously Eichel, big move. Is that 2 years? That was last year, right? Or is that 2
No,
years
I
ago
think that
already?
was 2 years ago now.
Jeez,
I'm
man.
pretty
Golly.
sure.
Time
That was
flies.
early last year. I can't remember, dude. It's all
Well, he missed so much time too, which is what makes it tough. Anyway, but yeah, this is obviously one of the premier teams in the NHL. But you're at home. You're gonna, I'm assuming, throw Lyon in net. Let's party.
Let's party. I like that. Let's party. So yeah, what's crazy is they're 22nd in the league in Corsi for percentage at 5-on-5. So when it comes to like actual shot attempts that they create, it's not a ton, which is shocking considering the fact that they're 12th in the league in expected goals for percentage. So what that tells me, just on off blush, is that they only shoot the puck when they get a golden opportunity. And that happens a lot because of the Vegas Golden Knights, because they have a really good lineup.
Yeah.
So they're gonna be picky and choosy about the shots that they take. Now, here something a little bit encouraging for the Detroit Red Wings as well is they're 16th in the power play, and their penalty kill is 13th in the league, just ahead of the Red Wings. It feels like the Red Wings, whoever they're playing, is always just one above them in the penalty kill, like because those numbers fluctuate. It feels like whoever they're playing that given game is always one above them in the penalty kill. So they're not top 10 in either of those categories, and even further down when it comes to the power play. So there's an opportunity on special teams to take advantage, but their goaltending's been really good. Obviously, they're 4 lines deep, and their expected goals is insane. So again, it's just another tough team. It's the same conversation we've had this entire month, that it's just it's a team that you're going to have to earn the win, and they have done that 8 of the 11 times so far this month.
Yeah. They Eichel's day to day too, so that'll be obviously one of the best players out there. So that'll be a big decision when it comes. It's still a couple of days away from the time we're recording this. We're obviously Thursday night. The game's on Saturday night, so won't have the up to the date for at the time being. But yeah, day to day, so that'll be something to watch. Yeah, man, this is a very, very deep and good defensive, solid team that, like you said, certainly has the ability to score as well. So they're even almost like tough to even like analyze and talk about, just because they're like the epitome of like jack of all trades, master of none. And it's just like, what do you even like highlight? Like they're really good at everything. Like, I don't, you know what I mean? It's a tall task.
Yeah, good at everything, but not like phenomenal.
Right,
they're
but
just
not elite at like anything either.
They're ranked 10 to 20 in every category, which is
Yeah.
a really good place to be. It means you're a really well-rounded hockey team, but they're not dominating in any category either.
12th in goals for a game, 6th in goals against.
There you go.
16th in power play, 13th in PK, 4th in save percentage. We talked about goaltending earlier. Like they're, they've gotten good goaltending and are like well above league average and everything.
Yeah, they're 4th in 5-on-5 save percentage. Is that also true at all strengths too? Let me look at update that real quick.
I don't know if mine's including Thursday's games. So,
well, it wouldn't change that much, I don't think, unless they got blown out. Yeah, they're 4th in 5-on-5 and at all strengths. So that, even including the penalty kill where you'd expect them to get scored on more.
Yeah.
Included. So, anyways, yeah, that does it. We'll be back Monday with the game recap. So
we
stay
sure
tuned
will.
for that. You got any final thoughts, buddy?
I don't think so, man. We ball.
We'll be back with an episode on Monday, like I was saying. Same time, same place. Your team every day. Scotty is dumb.